It is true there is an impeachment motion against the Deputy President, and as Member of Parliament for Kikuyu, I have already appended my signature to it. And I will support that impeachment motion.
Yes, how are you everyone? How was your day? The majority leader, Kimani Ichungwa, has come out to confirm that he has appended his signatures on the impeachment motion of Rigathi Gachagua. He was the first person to attack Rigathi Gachagua, and I think it was an inside job of trying to cut the size of Rigathi Gachagua by William Ruto. If you have been following my videos, I've always been coming to tell you that in every public appearance where William Ruto and Gachagua were, Ruto gave a leeway for Kimani Ichungwa to abuse Rigathi Gachagua in an attempt to cut him to size. The last encounter was in Kisumu. After William Ruto spoke, he gave the microphone to Kimani Ichungwa, who abused Rigathi Gachagua, and later the mic was handed to Gachagua. That was political, and even Ruto never called him to order. So I think there has been a scheme of removing Gachagua using Kimani Ichungwa as the majority leader. And today he came out to confirm that there's an impeachment motion they're muting where they are going to remove Rigathi Gachagua. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the idea of Kimani Ichungwa, who is being used to remove Rigathi Gachagua, what effects it has, but most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. You know, Kimani Ichungwa comes from the central region, or the Mulima Kenya, or the mountain Kenya, and is the one championing the removal of Ruto. If you are so forgetful, when Uhuru was fighting Ruto, most of the people who were used came from his home area, from Gideon Moi and others. Even the MP for Nandi, have forgotten his name, and others. So if you are fighting someone, you use his people. And in this way, they are using Kimani Ichungwa, but it will have a ripple effect. Those who fought Ruto in the Rift Valley right now don't hold any political position because people paid them back. And I can assure you, even if Ruto calls off this impeachment or gives it a green light, these are going to be political casualties in 2027. Take that to the bank if Gachagua stands for president. Because when you come out to oppose a person who comes from your region, in most of the cases, people teach you, most especially if that person has a very good following. And if parliamentarians still look at Gachagua as the former Mathira MP, they are wrong. He's looked at as the deputy president, as a person who leads the interest of Mountain Kenya. Today, the majority leader came out to confirm the impeachment. In fact, I want to play you a tape when he was confirming this. Here is a tape.
It is true there is an impeachment motion against the Deputy President, and as Member of Parliament for Kikuyu, I have already appended my signature to it. And I will support that impeachment motion to stop a process where government is being undermined and sabotaged from within government.
If you are very conversant, when he announced that he, as a member of Kikuyu, he's appended his signatures, even the church never clapped. So those are the effects. Normally, if the church is in support of something, they will carve out to cheer and corrupt and clap. Let me first play the video. As you was introducing this, you clearly see that the church never clapped. They were in silence. First, see the video again.
It is true there is an impeachment motion against the Deputy President, and as Member of Parliament for Kikuyu, I have already appended my signature to it. And I will support that impeachment motion to stop a process where government is being undermined and sabotaged from within government. Hivi yale mambo tuliwaambia tutawafanyia tuweze kuyatekeleza. But it is not tenable, it is not feasible that for another 3 years tutakuwa ni siasa ya mlima, siasa ya lakeside kwa kina Bishop Opio, siasa ya baharini huko coast. Tufanye siasa ya maendeleo ambayo itatuwezesha tufanye yale mambo tuliyoelezea. Kama kuna toto siasa ile ya keta nekioje jugete na go confirm that hero motion agedoma, and I appended my signature to it because I do not believe in the politics of ethnicity. I do not believe in the politics of undermining and sabotaging a government that we form. Sababu tunaambiwa tujikusanye kama Wakikuyu, tujiondoe kwa hii serikali, tuende tutafuta Kalonzo na Wajakoya na Eugene, ati tutengeneze serikali nyingine ya 2027. Na hii tutengeneze.
First of all, when you hear Kimani Ichung'wah speak, he never got a cheer from the audience. That means the audience is not in support. Secondly, however much Kimani Ichung'wah is true, when you stand in a certain community and you tell them that you are appending a signature to chase one of their own, okay, for a person who even doesn't come from the community is a problem. That's why I think these are going to be political casualties in 2027 when Gachagua stands for presidency. If the impeachment motion in the most unlikely events goes through. Okay? Because however much Kenyan leaders come out to speak, oh, we must not be tribal, Kenyan politics is tribal. It's the reason as to why. When you go to Nyanza, almost 80% of the votes will go to Raila. When you go to Rift Valley, 80% will go to Ruto. That's the fact. Because normally a tribe stands with its own son. It doesn't matter is wrong or right. So by Kimani Ichung'wah, in fact, if any leader from Mount Kenya sees this video, if you want to self-preserve in 2027, at least you need to keep quiet. Because this will have an effect. Most of the people who failed in the 2022 general election in Rift Valley were those against Ruto, including Gideon Moya and his brothers, who very many people, they have money and influence, they were elected out. I can bet my hand that in 2027, if Gachagua is impeached and he stands for presidency, Ichung'wah will be a casualty. And for me, I think these battles are because, not because Gachagua has done many bad things. Even if he did, if Ruto was able to bring ODM, a party which abused him, a party that wanted him impeached in the lead for 2021 election, a party that wished him bad and brought them into government, what about Gachagua who helped you win? That's my question. So it means that Gachagua has not done very many bad things not to be forgiven by Ruto. That is the truth. Okay? These people like Kimani Ichung'wah are fighting hard because they thought for them having a lot of experience in the National Assembly, leading the budget committee in the previous parliament, how could William Ruto pick a person who never headed even a committee to be the deputy president? So they are feeling jealous, they are fighting him. It's not because he's doing a lot of bad things. In otherwise, even if he's tribal, he's helping the same community Kimani Ichung'wah he comes from. So people will look at Kimani Ichung'wah as a hypocrite who doesn't want their region to get freebies, which Gachagua is fighting for. So anyone who wants William Ruto's government must fight hard that this impeachment motion does not become a success. Because first of all, if they impeach Gachagua, will have allowed 3 years to campaign. He, at least if he's a deputy president, you can curtail him by sending him somewhere outside the country, sending him somewhere, giving him some job, keeping him busy. It's the reason as to why whenever Raila enters government, he ceases to be busy because he's given some things to do. When he's not in government, he will campaign 24/7. Okay? So Kimani Ichung'wah will be a casualty. Keep this video for future reference. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you in another one. Peace.